Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Read Aloud with Miss Sorrentino. Today we're going to read a very special book called Listening with My Heart by Gabby Garcia, illustrated by Ying Hu Tan. It is a story of kindness and self-compassion. Before we think about those words, I want us to look at the cover. I see the main character here is a little girl who has her hands over her heart. She looks peaceful. Now I want us to think about these words. Kindness. We all know kindness means state of being kind. That means that we are listening to everybody, being nice to everybody, doing nice things for others, and also for ourselves. Listening to your heart. Okay, can we actually listen to our heart and say, ooh, what are you saying? Or is it just being kind? And self-compassion. Self, we all know that means ourselves, but compassion is a tricky word. It means being kind to ourselves, listening to our own feelings. So let's begin. We see she has a little cat friend here. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. That's a great showing, not telling. Fluttering, she's feeling a little nervous. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk her to school, she paced back and forth and spotted a heart-shaped rock. Look at her face. She's like, oh, I found something. She's in awe. Maybe she thinks it's a sign. Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. I see you found a little treasure, said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. She's excited. Maybe it's a sign! Miss Sorrentino's prediction was correct. For what? Asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like to be in the spotlight. To put her heart in everything I do, she answered. She's going to put a little heart into everything she does that day. It was a sign, boys and girls. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Who do you think it is? Yep, it's the cat. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty shaking and shivering. The kitty was cold. No, Mama, in sight. She scooped the kitty onto her lap and cuddled her. She's all alone. I think she's hungry. Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, picked off a piece of chicken, and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. Esperanza was right. That kitty was very hungry. Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen to our heart. So she just said when she listens to her heart, she spreads kindness and love to everybody, even that kitty. Can we keep Cleopatra, please? Asked Esperanza, who already named the kitty. Queens are always welcome in our house, said Mama. If she's still here after school, we'll take her in. Now, Mama said queens are always welcome because a long time ago in Egypt, there was a queen named Cleopatra. So Esperanza named the cat Cleopatra. At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math or reading. She's really excited about this, boys and girls. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Bao sitting alone on the bench. So she said, listen to her heart is spreading love and kindness. What do you think Esperanza is going to do to Bao? He was new in school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Would you feel lonely or scared if you were Bao? Esperanza found the soccer ball and kicked it over to him. She's being really nice and spreading love. A smile spread across Bao's face. So how do you think he's feeling? He's so excited. He's so happy. He stood, he popped the ball in the air, then he bounced it between his knee and his head a few times. Dude's got moves, thought Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. They're having so much fun together. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote friend in Vietnamese. She drew a picture of Bao and her and put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. So being kind to others made her feel happy inside. Would it make you feel happy inside? Is what she did kind? What do you think, boys and girls? It was time for the performance. It was too late for Bao to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. That means he helped with the play, boys and girls. Excitement bubbled. She's really feeling excited as Esperanza awaited her cue. Your cue is when someone says, "Your turn to go on stage." Esperanza walked on stage. Pause, boys and girls. I want us to look at this picture. Predict what happened. She tripped as she was about to say her first line and splattered across the stage. How would you feel if you were Esperanza at this point? When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Miss Owen whispered them from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's whole body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. How do you think she's feeling, boys and girls? Look at her face. It's so red. Her eyes look like they're about to cry. She's very disappointed in herself. But should she be? I ruined the play, thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she'd finished her part. I'm such a dummy for forgetting my lines. I messed up in front of everyone. She tucked herself behind some props so no one would see her. She treating herself with love and kindness, boys and girls? She called herself a dummy. But she's not a dummy. She messed up. It was a mistake. Mistakes, we all know, are okay. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She's mad, boys and girls. She took a deep breath and dug the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided. Just how she felt. She felt broken, boys and girls, just like the rock. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. Bao found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word friend written above it. So how does Bao feel about Esperanza? Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself like a friend. She hadn't been treating herself with love and kindness. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she's been unkind to herself. At a soccer game last weekend, she missed the ball that swooshed by her head, and they lost the game. Nice work, a player from the other team yelled as the others laughed. Are those boys and girls being kind? Esperanza thought she let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts made her feel worse. So she's not feeling very good about herself right now, boys and girls. But should she be? At curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself she hadn't ruined the play. She had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. We all know that, boys and girls. Accidents happen to everybody. And listening and learning from those mistakes really helps us grow. Remember our growth mindset. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others. It was about giving it to herself too. I could be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. So self-compassion, those two words that we learned at the beginning, is giving love to yourself, understanding that you make mistakes and it's okay. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike, then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got a hug she needed from Mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. How do you think she's feeling now? Think she's feeling better about herself? I do. Listening with your heart. Some days stink. Not everything will go the way you want. You'll get upset when this happens. You can just pause. Take a few deep breaths and practice listening with your heart. You can name what you are feeling. Whatever you feel is okay. Listen to your body. Notice the sensations you are having. Pay attention to your self-talk. So that means what you're saying to yourself. Are the words supportive or good and understanding, or are they mean and rude? Are you being a friend to yourself? When you treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we give to someone we care for, we are practicing self-compassion. Today, I want you to be your own friend. Wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a hug, take a few deep breaths, close your eyes if you like, and say these words to yourself. When I feel sadness, I may treat myself like the friend I need. I may show myself love and kindness. When I feel anger, I may treat myself like the friend I need. I may show love and kindness to myself. Think of feelings you are experiencing that are difficult for you to fill in the blank. When I feel blank, may I treat myself like a friend, like the friend I need. May I show love and kindness to myself. Now, boys and girls, I want us to know that today we learned a special thing. Listening to your heart is a great thing. You have to show love and kindness to others, but also yourself. It is okay to have all the emotions that we're having right now. This book has taught us many things. One, we have to treat ourselves with love and kindness and treat others with love and kindness. And two, it's okay to have feelings, but we have to understand that we all should love ourselves. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had a great time reading.